For most of 2022 and since the president of Russia invaded Ukraine last February, President Vladimir Putin has been riding pretty high on his alleged energy omnipotence and holding the global economy hostage to his whims. What does this mean for the rest of the world? Will there be a worldwide shortage of oil? Since last summer, the Russian president has choked off natural gas supplies to Europe, hoping that Europeans would turn on their leaders and make it politically not easy to continue support for Ukraine. Russia's attack on Ukraine represents a demand for a new world order that, over the long term, will support higher prices for fossil fuels, especially oil. Such an economy is centered on Russia and China. To the extent that it continues to exist, the rest of the world economy will essentially have to get along without fossil fuels other than those that countries continue to produce for themselves. Population and living standards will fall in most of the world. If a Russia and China-centric economy can be developed, the US dollar will no longer be the world's reserve currency. Trade will be in the currency of the new Russia-China bloc. Outside of this bloc, local currencies will play a dominant role. Most of today's debt will ultimately be defaulted upon. To the extent that this debt is replaced, it will be replaced with debt in local currencies. With oil being the world's leading energy source, Russia is a crucial cog in the global economy. It has long been understood that Russia's status as a major oil and gas exporter and a major nuclear weapons state has insulated it from serious reprisals over Moscow's aggressive foreign policy. After February 24th, the harm caused by Russia's invasion was weighed against the important contributions of Russian energy exports to the world economy. Widespread perceptions held that Moscow had gone too far. Importers of Russian energy commodities are resigned that trade engagement and diplomacy have not moderated Russian behavior. They now oppose using their energy payments to fund government and military budgets. Several importers of Russian commodities signaled a willingness to undergo the long and painful process of reducing dependence on Russia. Russia's previous willingness to leverage its exports to constrain importers' freedom of action in foreign policy has been demonstrated at least 3 times. The EU experienced natural gas cutoffs in 2006 and 2009, and Gazprom began withholding gas shipments from the EU again in late 2021. Oil shipments, the subject of this paper, began faltering in early March 2022 mainly due to reluctance by trading and shipping firms in the face of growing risk perceptions, and so far, it is estimated to have fallen by 1/3, or about 2.5 million barrels per day. Further disruption directed by Moscow, rather than its trading partners, or of flows through war-torn Ukraine, cannot be ruled out. It also can't be ruled out that in a world of fungible oil, a daisy chain of trades allows additional Russian oil to find a way back into the market, albeit probably at a healthy discount to other crudes. In short, the February invasion catalyzed dissatisfaction with trade dependence on Russia into action. Until the Ukraine invasion, Russian activism in the region attracted diplomatic protests and mild sanctions from the EU and its Western allies. The attack on Ukraine signals a new era, whereby import ties with Russia are being re-examined to eliminate or reduce funding ties that could support the Russian military and unwind so-called dependence constraints on importing country foreign policy. Not surprisingly, Putin's failed economic and energy warfare has not been without consequences. Also, the spillovers have impacted many lives, transformed supply chains, changed the entire trade flows, and consumers still feel the push of higher prices as the newfound lower prices could take some time to work through the economy. Now what actually matters is that the end is near. Never again will Putin be able to cause such chaos in the global economy as Putin has permanently weakened Russia's most powerful hand beyond repair. This conflict on the battlefield is still being fought, but on the economic front, victory is in sight. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be always updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.